In this video, I will show you how to make this cute little secret message tag. And I will do a little bit of ink blending, stenciling, and coloring. And I'll be using the Hero Arts Hero Studio November 2024 Card Kit of the Month. Hi, this is Anna of Crafty Anna Studio. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I post paper crafting and card making tutorials. But before I get into the tutorial, let's take a quick look at the card kit. As some of you may already know, Hero Arts was acquired by Spellbinders, but the card kits have remained essentially the same. Each kit comes with an inspiration card where you get some ideas on how to use the elements in the kit. Each Hero Arts kit comes with stamps, and in this case, it comes with a 6x8 stamp set full of cute little critters and Christmas-themed icons and sentiments. The stamp set also comes with coordinating frame cuts that cut out the critters, the icons, and the sentiments. Also included are fancy dies of where the animals can peek out from. You have the gift, a stocking, a cup, a mug, and a label. Included in the kit are 2 stencils with 2 different patterns. You have the argyle pattern and a sweater pattern. The kit also comes with 7 each of 4 different tag shapes. For embellishing your projects, there is the Hero Wax in berry and Hero Pearls in white. And last but certainly not least, 2 8.5 by 5.5 cardstocks in green and red. I chose this particular tag shape for my project, and off camera I cut pieces of cardstock. This one measures 3 by 2.25 inches, that's for the pocket, and then 2.5 by 2 inches. This one is for the secret message. Then I also cut 2.25 by 1 7/8 inches. This is for the to and from tag in front, and for the matting it's 2 3/8 by 2 inches. I'm going to use a silicone mat for easier cleanup after ink blending. I'm going to ink blend only the tag, the pocket, and the to and from label. I'm going to use 2 colors of Distress Oxide ink in Lumberjack Plaid and in Aged Mahogany. I use a separate blending brush for oxide inks than what I use for dye inks. I load up the blending brush with ink, and then starting from the outside, I slowly start blending towards the middle of the tag. I slowly work around the edges of the tag, leaving the middle of the tag a lighter shade. I blend only halfway through the tag because the rest of it will be covered by the pocket. I'm not really going for a smooth blend here as I know it will be covered by stenciling. I do the same for the pocket. I start blending only the outer edges, leaving the middle white because I know it's going to be covered by the label. I'm going to use a post-it note to prevent my fingers from getting all inky. I will rotate the cardstock until I get a nice blend on all edges. Then I will also ink blend the label, leaving the middle white. This will be the last video of the year as I will be taking a break from crafting to celebrate with the family. I have plans for the new year to post other kinds of projects and not just card making. Projects such as mini albums, journals, mostly using pattern papers. Now I will bring out the Aged Mahogany, and I'll use this to ink blend the edges for added depth. I'm only going to ink blend the very edge of the tag, and I'll do the same for the others as well. I really do enjoy ink blending with Distress Oxide inks because they're actually quite smooth and easy to work with. And they don't get as splotchy as dye inks. I will ink blend the pocket with the Aged Mahogany ink, but I'll leave the label as is. For added shimmer, I'm going to spritz it lightly with shimmer spray. Then lightly dab off the excess with a paper towel. If you've watched my videos long enough, you'll know that I sometimes forget to turn the camera on when I'm doing a certain technique. Sometimes I get too preoccupied or too excited that I forget to turn the camera on, and this was one of those times. But not to worry, I'm going to show you how it's done on the pocket. I place the cardstock piece face down, centered on the stencil, then I use some washi tape to make sure it's adhered securely. Then I flip it over on the silicone mat. The silicone mat keeps the stencil from moving around. And using the back of my palette knife, I will scoop up a little bit of the wax. Then I will start spreading it onto the stencil. It's very similar to icing a cake. I keep the edge of the palette knife nice and flat on the stencil as I spread the wax around. I'm only going to apply wax on the edges as the middle part will be covered up by the label. I use the edge of the palette knife to scrape up the excess and then transfer it to another part of the stencil. I continue doing this until I have all the edges covered. After I finish stenciling, I'm going to cover up the wax using the tin foil that's in the container and then make sure it's closed securely so that it doesn't dry out. Then I peel off the stencil to reveal the pattern. This is the most satisfying part of stenciling. You can see here that the hero wax has a beautiful, nice shine. I will set this aside to dry, and in the meantime, I will clean the mat, the stencil, and the palette knife. Now while that's drying, I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to take this cute little image of a puppy and a little Santa hat and place it down on a white cardstock in a MISTI stamping platform. I close the door of the MISTI to pick up the stamp, and then I'm going to use Hero Art's intensified black ink to stamp out the images. I'm making this tag for my nephew who really loves puppies, and I'm hoping that he'll really like this tag I'm making for him. Then I'm going to stamp on the label. I'm going to stamp to and from, which is from the stamp set, and I've already prepped it onto the MISTI. I'm going to use the same intensified black ink to stamp it out. Now, before I stamp out the secret message that goes in the pocket, I'm going to round out the corners. This will make it easier for it to slip in and out of the pocket. I place the cardstock piece on the corner edge of the MISTI. Then I'll take the holly leaves image from the stamp set and place it on the upper left-hand corner of the cardstock piece. I will ink up the stamp and then stamp it on, and then rotate it to the other side and stamp the image on the other corner. Then I take the Happy Holidays sentiment stamp and place it diagonally in between the two holly images. Instead of stamping out the secret message, you can actually handwrite one or even place some money. Now it's time to color in the images. I'll be using my OHUHU markers for this. Here are the colors that I will be using for the puppy. I will also indicate each color on the upper left-hand side as I use them. I start with the lightest color first, and this one is sort of a peachy color, and I'm just going to color the whole puppy with this light shade. This will serve as a base for the puppy's fur. Then with the darkest color, I'm just going to shade the areas where I think the shadow should be. the edges of the ear, the folds of the ear. I'll also shade the top of his head, the sides of his head, and his sides of his snout, underneath his nose, and in between the toes on his paws. Then I also will shade the inner part of his eyes moving down to his snout. Then I take the second darkest color and use that to blend in the darkest color. Then with the second to the lightest shade, I will use that to blend in the first two colors to give it a smoother blend. Then for the final touch, I will go over with the lightest color to smoothen everything out. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I will be doing other paper crafting projects and not just card making. If this is of interest to you and you don't want to miss it, please consider subscribing to my channel. Now back to the coloring. I used a dark gray for his nose. For the elf hat, I'm using 3 different shades of green. I will start with the lightest shade of green and use this to color in the whole hat. Then I'll use the darkest shade of green to color in the nooks and crannies between the brim and the main body of the hat. I'll also color in some of the edges and the fold at the top of the hat. Then I'll take the medium shade and use it to soften in the dark shade. Then for final touch, I'll use the lightest shade to blend it all in. I will use yellow to color in the jingle bells on the hat. For the berries in the holly leaves, I will use 2 different shades of red. This time, I will start using the darkest shade in all the little nooks and crannies between the berries, and then I will use the lighter shade to color everything in. And for the leaves, I will use the 3 different shades of green that I used previously for the hat. I will start with the darkest color, moving my way to the lightest color. After doing all the coloring, I'm going to use the coordinating frame cuts to die cut the puppy and the elf hat. Before assembling the card, I'm just going to fussy cut the excess border on the hat to give it a more polished look. I also used the coordinating die cut to cut out the outline of the puppy and the outline of the elf hat. Now I have everything ready to put my tag together. I will add a thin line of glue on either side of the tag. I'll only place it on the lower half, and I'm not adding it to the bottom. Then I gently place the pocket on the lower half of the tag. The reason I'm not adding glue at the bottom is because the puppy's paw will serve as a stopper and will prevent the tag from going all the way through. I will round out the corners on the tag and trim off the excess hanging off the side. Next, I will add glue to the to and from label and add it to the front of the pocket. I will add the backing that I had die cut earlier to the back of the puppy, but I'll only add glue stopping short of the paws. Then I will open up the bottom and add glue to the very tip of the paws, but only to the backing. Then I will center it to the middle of the secret message. You can see here that the area of the front of the puppy's paws are not adhered to the message. And next I will add his cute little hat. Then to finish it off, I will add the backing to the hat. Off camera, I'll cut this out. My tag is almost done. I'll insert the secret message in the pocket to see how it goes. And you can see here that the puppy's paws had stopped where I wanted it to. Before I put the ribbons on the tags, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to add pull at the top of his hat. And I'll do that with a micron pen. I hope you're inspired by my project to give it a try. You can also use the same technique on cards. Oh, and if you're interested in another tag project, I have it linked above and at the end of the video. If you're interested in the Hero Arts Hero Studio kits, I'll have them linked in the video description below. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Have a wonderful and crafty day. Till next time, bye!